Okay. So we've switched on the camcorder because we are pre-recording the mindfulness session so we can load it up to YouTube so that anybody who benefits from doing this guided mindfulness can access it whenever they want, so they can listen to Mandy, listen to the music and use it as kind of like a guided meditation / mindfulness session whenever they need to. So I'm going to load up Instagram as well so we can go live on there.
Yeah, because we've noticed that a lot of people watch this back later on, and
yes,
it might be helpful for you to have a mindfulness session that you can just listen to in your own time.
Okay, can you just on Facebook give us a little sound check and let us know if you can hear this? Is that okay? Just give us a little thumbs up. I feel like Instagram's a bit close to me.
Is anybody there?
Can you hear the music? Anybody? Yes, perfect. Thanks, Ham.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like I'm going to be like double chins. If I start snoring or dribbling or anything, just don't judge.
Thank you.
Yes. Right.
If you
This
start
looks like we're going to have a sleepover, Mandy.
Do you know what we should do? We're going to get a flask.
And then it will look like
hot
chocolate. Are we live on Facebook? On Instagram.
Right, so later on, do I just press play on this?
Yeah.
I don't need to do any of that doodah down
No.
there, do I?
Hello Insta, just to let you know we're just about to start our mindfulness workshop. So Mandy is going to be taking me through a guided mindfulness session. So I'm going to be laying back on the sofa, just listening to her voice. We're doing this because it's a great way to help with stress and anxiety. And yeah, I'm going to just lay here.
Blanket.
Have a little nap.
How comfy. This is actually really nice.
Yeah, I know.
I'll probably put my feet under that.
Yeah. If you just randomly join. We realise this looks a bit odd. Mindfulness in session workshop. I know that's the wrong way round on Instagram, but we are about to do a mindfulness session. So if you're joining us, find a quiet place, get comfortable, and yeah, let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason we've put that up there, I'm hoping that you can read it, is because we're a bit concerned that there will be times when we will be quiet, both of us, and I will stop talking so that Leanne can, because she's my assistant for today, Leanne can become aware of her different senses, because that's what we're going to work through to start with. And it will go quiet. We didn't want you to think that it frozen. How will I know if it's stopped or? Do you know what? I'll just go with
Just
that.
keep going. We're pre-recording anyway.
Crossed.
Yeah.
We're definitely on up there, are we?
Yeah, we're on live. We're recording there.
Right, okay. Bear with us, guys. I'm not sure this has ever been done before.
First for everything.
Right, there's a couple of things that I just want to go through before we do mindfulness, because this, you're a pro and you've done it quite a few times, but this might be the first kind of window into mindfulness that you're having. So I would just like to talk through a couple of things, perhaps answer questions and allay fears. These are some of the things that I thought of. So as I've said before, mindfulness, although you might be more relaxed, is a state of awareness. So you'll have a heightened state of awareness. Actually, you will be in control all the way through, which I say to all my clients. At any point, I do ask that Leanne closes her eyes, but you don't need to do this, and a lot of people don't feel comfortable with closing their eyes. So if you want to do this at home and do this alongside us, if you would just like to focus your eyes on something that's not moving, so not the dog running around in the background, but something perhaps on the floor, where you can just rest your eyes and focus on that point. Can I say, if you've got heightened or acute anxiety and you do mindfulness and you do this with us, you're not going to do one mindfulness exercise and be completely calm. I wouldn't imagine, although it might help a bit. It's something that needs practice, and the more you do of it, the better that you'll get at it. So please don't be disappointed if you don't feel really, really relaxed at it. You might, and you're very welcome to join us. Can I say, I'm putting a caveat on this legally, because when I do mindfulness, I'm generally just with the client, it's not being pre-recorded. If you're watching this later on, please do not watch this or listen to this if you're operating machinery or driving. Just putting it out there, it's really important safety message, because as I'm sure Leanne can vouch for this, you can often be far more relaxed than you appreciate at the time. Okay, what else do you need to know? It's not hypnosis. Yeah, like I say, a lot of people fear that when they do mindfulness they're going to be out of control. You're completely in control at all times. I think that might be it. I mean, I love mindfulness because it helps focus my mind, for one. I can see clients and then within a short while, and I can literally be told anything or deal with anything, I can then go into a different energy and then greet someone else, and it helps me look after my mental health and helps my mind process. So that's how I use mindfulness, and also perhaps before I start the day, and it can help me switch off because I've practiced it for quite a while. It can help me sort of take a breath and just put everything to one side. And I was thinking at the moment that might be really helpful with the way everything's getting a little bit interesting, should we say. We perhaps need a bit of time where we can just breathe and relax and look after ourselves. So the first part, what you'll see is that I will ask Leanne to close her eyes and get really comfortable where she's sitting, and I will go through the basics of mindfulness, which is where you work through your senses, and then after that we'll go through some, because I'm with you on this, Leanne's going to go through some guided imagery in her mind. So it's guided imagery, guys, so she's just going to use her imagination, not hypnosis. And I'm going to have you barking like a dog,
clucking like a chicken,
yeah, for everybody's amusement. And then you'll start hearing some music, and there'll be a very long period at one point where there'll just be music, and I'm going to teach you guys, and Leanne's been there before, to go to a really safe place that she can create in her own mind, and where she can escape and switch off when she needs to. And Leanne's probably going to have a nice little sleep, and that can happen. I've had many clients that have fallen asleep on me. How boring I am. Well, I'll push that one to myself. Yeah, okay, so I'm not going to need that for a little while. So what you're going to view now is Leanne, nice
I'm in nap.
yeah, comfortable, and I'm going to talk to you for, we'll do about 10-15 minutes I think of the basics of mindfulness, and then when should we finish, because you're not going to be aware of the time. Have you got a time you can't go on to? Are you alright, are you?
Yeah.
Because I can see us easily going into about 7:15.
Okay.
Is that alright?
Fine by me.
I'm looking at the clock, guys, that's what I'm going to keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to invite you to get really comfortable where you are. And you've got your eyes closed already, so if you're going to join with us. Oh, sorry, can I just before we start, that's gone off, I think.
Oh. Sorry, just as we're about to start. What's happened there? That's weird.
Sorry, guys. If it does that, I'm just going to ignore it.
Yeah, because we're
we're going to be in
anyway.
and out of...
There we go.
Is that alright?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, if you can get really comfortable, and if you're happy to close your eyes, please do. Or if you feel that you need to keep your eyes open, if you could focus somewhere in sight in front of you, perhaps on the floor. Something that's not moving, so that your eyes don't have to do a lot of work. And then I'm very gently going to start working through Leanne's senses. And before I do work through her senses, I'm going to invite you to notice your breathing. And as you become aware of your breathing, noticing your in-breath and your out-breath. I'm going to invite you to take some gentle, very gentle, slow, deep breaths. And as you take those really slow, gentle, deep breaths, becoming aware of your breathing. As mindfulness works on your awareness. As you continue to notice your breathing, I'm now going to also invite you to become aware of your sense of hearing. And as you become aware of your sense of hearing, you may become aware and notice everything that you can hear, either inside the room, outside the room, or even inside your own body. So when I say becoming aware of the noises, sounds that you can hear in your own body, some people can listen to their heartbeat or their breathing. I'm going to invite you to notice everything that you can hear and to give you the space to become aware of your sense of hearing. I'm now going to be quiet for a short while, and that time starts now. So with your eyes remaining closed, noticing everything that you can see. So is it really dark? Can you see colours, shapes, or even patterns? If you see an image in your mind's eye, or even have thoughts in your mind as you practice mindfulness, I'm going to invite you to become aware of them, honour them, and allow them to slowly drift away, so that you can focus back on your sense of sight. Now, how about your sense of smell? So what can you smell? Interestingly, a lot of our memories are stored in our sense of smell, which will be why when you go into various situations and you can smell something, it will remind you of something from the past. So how about your sense of smell? Moving on to your sense of taste. So can you taste anything? Becoming aware of that sense. Working on your senses, your last sense, which is your sense of touch. Just becoming aware and noticing how your body makes contact with wherever you are. So if you're sitting in a seat or perhaps laying in a bed, the various pressure points that your body makes with the chair or the bed that's holding you, and how that feels. If you are sitting up, feeling through your feet how you're grounded to the earth below you. And how about the temperature of your body? Have you got any hot spots anywhere in your body or any cold spots? How about the overall temperature of your body? Is it a nice warm room temperature? How does your body feel? you scan from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, becoming aware of your torso, your whole body. Have you got any areas of tension anywhere? Do you feel relaxed? Is there anywhere in your body that feels relaxed? So becoming aware of all your senses now. So your sense of hearing, sight, smell, taste and touch. Does your body feel relaxed? And gaining awareness of how your body can feel when you feel this relaxed. So now we've worked through senses. I'm now going to invite you to go on a journey in your mind of guided imagery. And the journey starts with you walking on a path through a forest. And as you start to take this long winding path, you notice on either side of the path really tall trees. Using your imagination, you can imagine the trees and the texture of the trunks, and you become aware of the undergrowth around you. It may be possible for you to hear small animals around you. However, they don't come anywhere near you as you continue on your journey walking along this long winding path. And as you look up, there's a canopy of leaves above your head. It's a lovely warm sunny day, and you can see the sun shining through that canopy of leaves as it just warms your warms your skin. And the sun feels really warm on your skin. You can enjoy that warmth. It helps you feel relaxed. And you continue on the path alone, having some time to yourself and enjoying that time. With nothing to do and no one to think about for a while. Just to enjoy some time to switch off and stop the clock. As you continue walking along the path, enjoying the sunshine, having that moment to do nothing, you find that you have reached the edge of this forest and you come to a clearing, and ahead of you you can see a field of lush green grass. Perhaps you can even smell that grass, a lovely clear fresh smell. And you start to walk across this field, taking your time and enjoying this moment to yourself. And after you have crossed the field, come to the edge of that field, and ahead of you is a long fence and a picket fence with a gate. And you very easily open that gate, walk through it and close it behind you. And once you're on the other side of that gate, you will notice some steps. And you very gently and safely hold a rail that's to one side of you, and you start to descend those steps in your own time. As you take one very gentle, safe step after another, you start to notice how relaxed you feel as you very gently and safely descend those steps until you reach the very bottom. And when you do, you find that you've entered a very safe, very special place. A place that you can create for yourself, a place that you can go to where you can escape what's happening, time to switch off, a place in your mind just for yourself where you can completely look after yourself. And this place can be any place that you imagine, anywhere. It could be in this world or it could be in another. It might be on land or it might be at sea. But to give you some time to enjoy this very special place and build an image in your head of what this place is going to be like. In a short while I'm going to give Leanne and anybody else who's watching some time to create this very precious place that you can come back to at another time. And can I say that this place could be somewhere where you have time just to yourself, or you can invite someone to be with you, or as many people as you want to be with you, even over 6 if that's necessary, and have that time to spend with them. But this is your place, a place for you to design just for you, so you can have anything that you want there. You know, your mind can create anything, there's no limit. So to give you that time and that space to do that, I'm going to be quiet for a short while, and I'm going to put on some music in the background to allow you to create this special place. All being well, that time starts now. switching off, doing whatever you need to do to start leaving your safe place. This very special place that you've created for yourself that you can go back to stop the clock and switch off at any time at a later date. So as you do, take some time to look around you at everything that you've created. Become aware of this very special place and what it looks like to you. Also what it means, what it feels like to be there. How relaxed you can feel when you are there. So now I'm going to invite you to find your steps that originally brought you to this very special place. And as you do, to now start to climb those steps one at a time, really gently and very safely. And as you climb those steps, perhaps noticing that now you're feeling more energised and perhaps more relaxed than you had previously. And you continue to ascend one step at a time, very gently and safely until you reach the top of those steps. And once at the top of the steps, you notice the white picket fence, a gate ahead of you, and you very gently open that gate, walk through it and close it behind you. And on the other side, once again, is a field of really lush grass. Very tall grass that you first walked through that brought you to this place. And you continue to walk across a field of really tall grass until you reach the forest once again. The forest with a really winding path and the tall trees either side of that path and the textures of the trunks of those trees around you and the undergrowth either side and the canopy of leaves above your head. Becoming once again aware of the sun as it shines through that canopy of leaves and warms your skin, and how relaxed and energised you could now feel once you've gone to this safe place where you can completely stop the clock and switch off for a short while, a place that you can go back to when you need it. And then in your own time, when you're ready, I'm going to ask you to very gently open your eyes and come back into the room. Take your time.
I definitely feel like I've had a little nap.
I can hear you were really relaxed as you're breathing.
I started snoring.
No, you didn't snore.
Oh.
I'm not sure anybody could have picked up on it even if you did snore. I gotta be honest, I think on Facebook at one point we just had everybody.
Oh really?
Well that's okay, because we have noticed that a lot of people do listen to this after, and it's there if you want to use it, so.
Someone's written, it's Leanna Sleep.
I couldn't actually read what was coming up on that one.
Yeah, someone's written, is Leanna Sleep. Oh, that was lovely. I was like in the Maldives. Where I went on honeymoon.
Was it white?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
That was lovely.
Is that the place? Well, place there if you don't want to disclose it? Is that the place that you go to when you go to that place?
Yeah, sometimes it's my granddad's house, but sometimes if I really want to just listen to the waves, it'll be the Maldives, because that's the nicest place I've ever been in my life. So that's really nice.
Lovely. Can I say it also helps to have that music to take you back? That's why I put the music in as well. So I don't know, perhaps we can get a link. I found music that doesn't have copyright that I'm not going to get into trouble using later on. So yeah, perhaps we could put that link in. If you want to do that, it might be helpful to have the music of your own. And what was that one?
That was great.
Thank you,
thanks, Abby May.
I did wonder what everybody was thinking. Kind of anybody who's watching there thinking, what are they doing?
And I'm like, there you go. There's some guided mindfulness for you to use as a tool to help with stress and anxiety. And I know I really struggled to switch my brain off a lot of the time. So having Mandy's voice and the imagery and thinking about the senses really helps me to just switch off and focus on something more relaxing. So it's really helpful for me. So yeah,
it's a tool.
It's a tool
that you can use. And now you've got it. It'll be on video later on.
Yes.
You can listen to it back. Like I say, please take the precautions of only doing it when it's safe.
Yeah, don't listen to it when you're driving.
And you know, it takes practice. It's one of those, you know, brain is a muscle, and the more you use it, the more you will develop that new connection. It is worth investing in doing mindfulness, isn't it? Because it can, I mean, I've got the most active imagination and I can completely switch off. It keeps me sane at times, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. But I have to work at it, and if I've had breaks off, forget it. I can't get into it so well. It takes me a while to get back into it, so I would say give it a try. I mean, we could definitely use some tools at the moment to manage all of our anxiety, and you know, we're going to be okay.
There you go, guys. Thank you for joining us on a bit more of a subdued Q&A, mental health Q&A. I think we will be back in 2 weeks.
We will be. I don't know if you want to. Do you want to look at any comments on the other one? Is it worked?
Well, on Instagram we've got "Is Leanne asleep? This is making me sleepy," and then just people waving. Thank you to everyone who checked it out.
Thank you for everybody stuck with us.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
We're pre-recording it as well, so I will upload the guided mindfulness onto YouTube, and I'll post the link sometime this week so that you can access that whenever you need to, if you need the guided mindfulness and meditation, and you can redo it in your own home whenever you like. So there we go. We will join you in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and if you've got any questions.
Yes.
Actually, I could share with you. I did make a note of something that came up last time. Mind you saying that, give me a minute, because that's my notes.
Oh, crikey.
Hold on, bear with me.
I'm already sleepy now.
Something that came up last time that we haven't covered. If we hadn't been doing mindfulness tonight, we might have looked at that.
Yeah, so one of the things or a couple of the things that we have wanted to talk about on the Mental Health Live Q&A is fear of rejection, because I think that's a massive one that everybody suffers with and can lead to massive anxiety, and boundaries and creating boundaries within relationships, etc.
They're biggies.
They are.
They're huge. So I would imagine like a 3-4 hour session on that one, you know. We might just do one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to go with those subjects.
Yeah.
But if anybody wants to open them up and has got any particular questions.
Yes. So I will be posting on my social media so that you can drop any questions or queries that you want us to discuss, or for Mandy to use her expertise in answering. And obviously all questions and queries are discussed anonymously, so thank you very much. There we go.
Just say, enjoy mindfulness.
Yeah, enjoy the mindfulness.
It is lush. Well, it is for me. Is it for you?
It is.
Yeah.
I've got to drive home now.
I'm going to do some work with Leanne to ground her.
Make sure she's...
Because I won't sleep tonight worried about that.
Right, thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you in 2 weeks on a Monday at 6.
Bye.
Goodbye. Right, we'll say bye to Facebook first, because it takes a couple of clicks to disappear.
Is that saved, Dr. Dibby-Doo?
That one? Or Instagram?
Is Facebook going on as a
Yeah, Facebook will be saved. Smile you later, Insta. We want to save that. That's quite good that it cut out, actually, because it means now we've got the whole
just on that
mindfulness
bit,
just on that bit.
Right.
See you on YouTube, team.